They said you were late, you were early. They mocked the pause, they called you slow, told you sound like you don't know. While they chased news that made no sense, you built a wall of evidence. No shout, no scene, no need to prove. Just stood your ground and didn't move. They played the game, you watched the board. They bought the lie, you checked the source. You saw the signs, they missed the spark. You read the filings in the dark. You were right, you were right. Held your line through silent nights. Who called it once and lived it twice. They laughed out loud, but you were right. You were right, you were right. Quiet strength, a sharper side. Now they scramble, now they fight. No need to shout, you were right. No badge, no fame, no clickbait pride. Just late night notes and things you tried. They had the reach, they had the stage, but you had patience, not the rage. You never begged for them to see, you just believed in company. They scrolled past facts, you saw the shift. They shorted dreams, you made a list. You didn't fold, you didn't beg. You watched the setup leg by leg. Tonight, you were right. Through the red and every slide, they hit the brakes, you held it tight. They changed their tune, but you were right. You were right. Eyes ahead, no fear inside. You never chased the flashing lights. You stayed the course. You were right. They don't remember what they said, but you recall it word for word. You wore the smirk they couldn't fake, 'cause you were right before the break. You were right, you were right. When they left, you stayed and tried. They saw risk, but you saw life. No algorithms, just inside. You were right, you were right. Never loud, but always light. They'll write it down in black and white. You wasn't luck, you lied. You didn't need a moment, you just needed time.
Welcome to Marantz Rantz, no advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertow, that knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You're pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence, know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all, the wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight back and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow simians, GME group singing the truth. We just chillin', infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like Henry the Mayo Man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC, a superstition. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. 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 Welcome to Marantz Rantz.
Welcome. It's that simple. Welcome back. I can tell you that I'm working on fixing the microphone issue, ordering a mixer, doing the whole thing. My adapter had went out, but I finally got to it today. I did some research, but I actually have a lot of work to do. I've been working a lot, so work's tough, staying afloat. But in doing work, I talked to somebody today, and he was much older than me, and he gave me this thing. He said, "Son, you sound like a very professional organized young man. I want to give you some advice." I was like, "Okay." His advice was, don't go all in on Cardano or XRP. I'm a Bitcoin guy, and buy the Bitcoin when the market's crashing like it is today. You know, the Dow's down almost 850 points today. Everybody took a bath today except for PayPal. Everyone's going down. Stay out of that market, brother. I'm trying to help you. Get into those crypto coins. You got any Bitcoin? That's what he asked me. Yeah, I got some Bitcoin, man. How much Bitcoin do you have? I said, I got about $500 million. Right. He said, excuse me? I said, you're excused. Guys, I'm a billionaire by proxy. Some of you don't understand the verbiage. The way it works. When this market's booming and correcting like it is today, you know, people took a royal bite out of crime today. I don't know if you guys paid attention. I said, there's some real signals here, some real smoke, and here's the first strike. Here's the first blow. Private equity. I told you on Friday, private equity was taking a bite because Blue Owl collapsed. Their fund started giving their money back. And what did they do? They started selling off assets and finding other things to pay back their investors. They couldn't find enough new investors, so they had to return their funds. People are asking for their money back. Redemptions are happening in real time. Now, what did that do collateral-wise? Well, if you looked at our Discord today, I pointed it out in the Discord, and I told everyone, I said, look at this. You have Apollo Global Management down 6.6% today. Massive loss, the largest loss since last year on Liberation Day. You had Blackstone down 6.7%, now dropped over 16% over the last 3 sessions. That's right. From Thursday to now, they've lost 16%. People should be worried. Ares Capital down 6.3% and KKR down 20% in a month, their largest loss since 2015. Those 4 that I just told you are S&P 500 companies, guys. They're all in it, maybe except for Ares, but the other ones, they all have been included, right? Apollo, Blackstone, KKR. Why is private equity taking a bath? Maybe they're getting ahead of it. Maybe they want to beat out the numbers that come out right now. Why would you sell off private equity? Just bear with me here and or entertain my thoughts. Private equity is willing to sell off all of their positions, and they're losing money hand over fist as we're talking. And earnings are this week for NVIDIA, for Salesforce, or Weave. Everybody gets to put out their numbers for AI. Wednesday's a lucky day. Thursday's a real day. We get to find out who's who. I put out this thing in the Discord today about Supermicro Computers not hiring a CFO. I don't know if you guys know the story about their CFO issues, but the previous CFO had been fired before and then rehired by the same company. Supermicro Computers' books have been cooked for, 7 years, allegedly. They lost their auditor. Ernst & Young quit on them and left. Now we're sitting at a new auditor, and they finally got out of 10K, and their 10K was 9 months late. So what's really happening where you can't hire a CFO? Well, I'll tell you what's really happening. No one's willing to take the bite. It's too dangerous. It's going to ruin your career. It's going to go with you. Anyone who wants a career or wants to pay, they're like, it's not even worth it. You're going to tarnish your whole identity? For who? For what? So they can keep cashing out checks? There's some real uncertainty out here on this market, yet they try to mask it with, well, it's just a dead cat bounce. It's just a regular day. And anybody know what the phrase dead cat bounce means? Just so that we can ballpark it. When things go up, it's not a real bounce. It's not a real run. It's just even a dead cat would bounce off the concrete if you threw it out this building. That's where it comes from Wall Street. If I threw a cat out the window, he'd still bounce. Because you naturally are going to bounce off that concrete. That's it. So what's happening with your stocks? They're crashing. They have a little bounce here and there. And it goes back down. But the markets themselves have been this way for a very long time, where everyone's written off ideas based off of, some rumors. We're going to talk rumors? I know the rumor. The rumor going around town right now is GameStop's going to buy PayPal. That's a real rumor. Is it a possibility? It could be. It could be. For me, no. I mean, it's just not for me. Why? Because I wouldn't want it to be just PayPal by itself. Having these engines of finance, I would want it to be PayPal comboed in with collectors, in addition to eBay. That would be something that's never been done before. That would be changing capital markets, and that would be $100 billion. That's how I see it. But that $100 billion company could rival that of Amazon, because Amazon's selling products with tariffs and supply chain shortage issues, while eBay is selling products that the inventory is already existing. So do I want to get paid out on these transactions? Do I want to go this route? Because there's another whole segment that would be called advertisement, if your website was the most visited ever. It never dawned on me. It hadn't dawned on me in years. The internet is massive. You guys know this. The internet is the largest thing. It's the eighth wonder of the world. You can't see it. It was built by man, and it's infinite in size. Infinite. So tell me how great it really is. After all these years of .com bubbles and e-commerce platforms, tell me how great the internet is. I'll entertain this with you as well. Show me the 50,000 websites you go visit a day. What do you think the most frequent websites are? There might be some companies that have websites based off of service industry. I get that part. I do. But overall, the hierarchy of the internet is about 7 websites. Google, YouTube, Amazon, Facebook, Instagram, and what? Twitter. I mean, this is it, right? This is the internet, is just these websites that we use. Boom. Everybody's on them. There's not a mom and pop web page that you're out and message boards that you have to see. This is the final product. This is the polished product. So the part that I get to do, I get to wake up and go, okay, well, GameStop's going to come out with a platform or an e-commerce platform, and there's no more Wayfair because it's falling apart. I look at all the other companies and their websites, and they're all archaic and behind. That's why Bed Bath & Beyond didn't survive. That's why Kohl's is not. You tell me Kohl's.com is something, I'll be amazed. I've seen the little innovation that Best Buy has done. Walmart, additionally. Target, maybe. Costco's way behind. They always have been. When it comes to e-commerce, they'll tell you dead in the face. They're so MS-DOS, they're terrible at innovating. That's why they don't have the real self-checkout like Sam's Club does. Because they can't afford it? No. It has everything to do with controls. They don't have the lost issues that other people do. There's this whole identity crisis that happens in retail where people become fixed on a company that they believe in, that they trust. The minute they break the trust and lose it, then they're gone. But there's mafias out here. There's a Target mafia. There's a Starbucks mafia. There's a Costco mafia. There's a Tesla mafia. There's real mobs out here. Well, I want to know why people don't look at GameStop the same way. What's the narrative? Anybody ever seen it? I'm gonna show you guys something, okay? Something we should all pay attention to. Right here. This is Charles Gasparino. And don't mind me putting a picture of me and Mario. I put this up there as a point. I was making a point. Here's my point. Charlie. And somebody can write this to Charlie, clip this to Charlie. I know we got a lot of clippers in the stream, people that clip things and post. Let me tell you the history of Charles Gasparino. When I had my previous Twitter account, the one that got blocked and banned for a lifetime, it's smaller than the one I currently have, but it had around like 4,000 people. And at the time, but Charles and I had been texting each other and writing each other in DMs for months, years, while AMC was booming. And he caught on to me because I put out AMC's, it's a fraud. Not a good investment. Go look at their earnings report that came out today. And you have to read between the lines. Don't do the lines, Tony. Tony De Niro, he once invited me over to recite lines. Hey, let's do some lines. I'm thinking, because he's an actor, a B-level actor. let's do some lines. And I thought it was like, read the script, whatever. And I mean, when I walked in, I was like, hey, Tony, I don't do those kind of lines. Just please don't do it to me, sir. But here's the thing. I came out with Charlie and we were DMing each other and I said, how much do you think this thing's worth? Because it's not worth 80. I go, you're lucky if it's worth like $10. He goes, it's probably worth 5. And as it kept going and it kept doing what it's doing and morphing into what it is, we both came to the conclusion it should go bankrupt. We're still at that conclusion. But what did they do? Well, I'm going to tell you what they did. I'm going to show you what they did. It's going to blow your mind. And why it's not talked about, I'll never know. But let's talk about Charlie first before we get into this GameStop AMC battle that people are having on the internet today. I don't know why. They said polar opposites. Charles Gasparino writes, there's some little clown in his mommy's basement believes in Ryan Cohen. Do you see what I'm talking about? Why is it that GameStop investors are portrayed as little clowns, kids that don't have a clue? Charles, we might have great salaries and we might have a nice home to live in and we might just all have more money than you could imagine. You depict us as being someone we're not. We might all be blue collar, white collar, the top end of the spectrum when it comes to pay. Maybe you don't know that about GameStop investors. But the insiders of GameStop, the actual board of directors, buying shares, millions of dollars of shares each year, you're going to give that any merit? The fact that they're not selling their shares, there's a bigger play here, there's a bigger plan here. To talk about GameStop and marginalize who they are, GameStop has $9 billion cash and marketable securities and investments. $9 billion that they could get liquid right now, and they make $600 million a year. Adjusted, raw, whatever you want to call it. So tell me this. For a company that makes $600 million a year, and they have $9 billion in the bank, cash, their market cap's $10.5 billion. P/E ratio of, 2 or 3 above the cash? How in the world could you even explain that? Where's the value or the disconnect? Where they don't have value. He said, and I quote, GameStop, you'd been better off investing money into your own bank account. You'd get a better return than what GameStop is. You see, the difference, Charlie, is we're not day traders. We're not momentum traders. We're not swing traders. We're not here to make that profit the way you think we are. Or we're nickel and diming ourselves and paying double the tax when I could just sit there, wait on it, and then have a tax shield that I can pay. Oh, I even said tax shield. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But we're waiting for the other side of it. Gladly. It's the best investment. Doesn't mean that Wall Street reflects what the GameStop company is doing. They're disconnected. That's what it's called, undervalued, even now. So the whole world is valuing GameStop for what they're not being valued for. And now you have analysts and stories coming out of where GameStop's headed, and you think it doesn't merit anything. The conversations that are happening right now, Charles, are that GameStop is going to do a $100 billion acquisition merger deal. That's what's on the table. That's the compensation package. That's the explanation to investors. That's not worth being bullish about. We're not talking about hopes and wishes and dreams. Nope. We're talking about actuality, reality. The fact that we have $9 billion that we can deploy without anyone's approval. We get to do it ourselves. The board of directors, 3 people on the committee, and here you are. The 3 people are GameStop Ryan Cohen guys. Who do you want to invest money with, Charles? I'm going to take your investment. Should I do it with private equity? Should I go with Blackstone? They're down 16% for the month. Should I do it with KKR? They're down 20% for the month. Yet I'm looking at GameStop and we're trading at yearly lows. We're at that $23 range. Why wouldn't I want to be in it right now? It's been this way for 18 months. Out of the 18 months of spikes, peak to trough, where am I at? Where would I want to be? Right where I'm at right now. My cost average, 23.66 in the after hours. I'm at 23.63. I'm 3 cents ahead. I bought $10 more today. Hey, I bought $10 today. Can you break me? It was only $10. It's all I had. Yeah, I'm okay with it. Cost a lot, man. Cost a lot to live in California. It's only when you're broke and you live in your mother's basement. Hey, just a word for you. There's not really basements in California because we have earthquakes. They're not allowed. But hey, what do I know? I got more for you, Charles. This AMC thing is really rubbing me wrong. I gotta go look at my phone at something real quick. Hey, Charles, you got one of those? You got one of those? Okay, cool. Yeah, the beautiful woman, by the way. I don't know if you know about it. You got to be 6 feet though, Charles. I know you're only about 5'7". Don't worry, I know guys like you. But there's this thing I wanted to text to the Discord. Let's see. I'm gonna go GME. You know what? I'm not gonna go GME channel. I'm gonna go AMC channel, and it's talking about AMC's earnings. AMC. Okay, cool. All that. Let's see if I have it. Let's see if I have this text I want to do. Not Apple. No, I could do those. No, I'm gonna do that one to myself. Spotlight. Is it this one? No. Oh, right here. This one. This one's to us right here. Check this out. I'm gonna put this in the Discord right now. I want people to see this. This is, guys. Don't worry. I read this morning. It sparked my mind. I had to go get it. Go here. Let's go. Don't worry, Charlie. This one might be for you too. Go with the D. Give him the D, bro. Okay, now before I get to this, let's look at my position. Oh, by the way, GameStop. I am currently up over the course of 5 years. I am up $20.68. What a good place to be. What a great place to be. It's the lowest GameStop's going to be all year. Oh, they're terrible. 23 and some change. I'm good at $20.68. I had to put in $58,688. Oh my God. I gotta increase this. I've increased it since then. Oh my goodness. 58,000. I had to do that for 20 bucks. Have you ever put in that much for 20? 688 and 38 cents. Ooh, a lot of eights. 8, favorite number growing up, Troy Aikman. Maybe you may have heard of him. Not Steve Young. Don't worry. Oh, and my shares. I got 43. My bad. 43 and 0.4, but I'm working on that other point. I just got to put in about $15 more tomorrow. If I can afford the 15 bucks, I'm putting it in, bros. You know, stock is up, man. Stock is up. I'm looking good. This is healthy. Shoot, man, we were up 1 penny off my cup. Hey, the 1 penny. It closed today at 64, and I was up 1 penny. Oh, man. I'm feeling gorgeous. This is good times. Okay, that's enough of that. Cool. Discord. Enough of that over there. Okay, here we go. Here's Discord. Let's see what AMCQ has to say. Now, this is pretty awesome what I found out here. I don't know if you could see the whole number because, I had the screen smaller. Sorry. I'm off of it. I wasn't even on the screen. Look at that. I don't have my camera on. Oh, my goodness, guys. What am I doing? Okay. Let's see. Is that me? That's me. So, Movico. Right? I don't know if you guys know these guys. Movico. You guys know who they are? A Mexican company? Movico. You know, this is pretty awesome what they did here. AMC. They've convinced the world that they're out of the neck of the woods, that they're doing good. They're a fully owned indirectly by AMC Entertainment Holdings. Indirectly means AMC owns it through one or more intermediate companies, not directly in its own name. Very specific. And why? Because it really isn't operating theaters anymore. Instead, it's mainly used as a financial and legal vehicle for AMC. Every time AMC's bonds are up, they've got to do something, they got to show something. Here's what they're diluting to and for. Movico isn't operating at all. AMC used Movico to raise $1.73 billion in debt by issuing first lien notes. First lien means lenders get their first claims to the assets if something goes wrong. Lower risk for lenders. I don't think people are paying attention to this. Them selling it to themselves, them holding on to the assets via subsidiary, that's exactly what's going to happen via bankruptcy. This is a cycle. This is a dog eating its tail. Pay attention. The money was used to refinance existing debt, replacing old loans with new ones, often to get better terms or extended maturity. Historically, Movico used to be a separate theater chain, which was first acquired by Carmike Movie Theaters and later became part of AMC. We know about the deal because they got sued for it. Carmike and Odin movie theaters. Yes. In short, MovieCo is now mostly a corporate shell subsidiary AMC uses to borrow money and manage debt rather than to run movie theaters. Are you understanding what all of that means, guys? That means AMC is playing the perfect game of smoke and mirrors, and no one is calling it out for what it is. This guy, this liar of them all, Adam Aaron, he has everybody baffled and confused. They're not moving the money off their books. They're renegotiating with themselves. I would stay away from the investment 10 times over. I've said it every time. Yet everybody covers this damn stock and nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about the truth about what they did to retail and what they continue to do. This is the truth. They are manipulating people even now. They're not producing. They're not doing better. They're doing none of the above. That's what I'll say on that. Now, between I'm gonna get this right. Hold on. I see. You know what? Let me do something better. Let me go through and let me read your guys' chat because I don't want to get ahead of myself on this, and we have plenty of other news to talk about. Yes, we're streaming again. Thank you so much. We are the People's Champ. We talk nothing but facts here. I love eBay over PayPal. I think we all do. And now it's 11.5 pennies. Thank you. In my mom's basement, I had my first apartment when I was 16. Stacks, you and I both moved out when I was 16, and I made it happen. I think so. I don't think it works that way. GameStop is my bank account. Well, thank you. Yo, gang, GameStop is my life. F yeah, man, 100 billion. That's right, brother. Are you an AMC hater? You must be very new. Marantz is the original AMC hater. He basically destroyed AMC at the subatomic level, nuked with so much logic. Marantz was the only one on YouTube telling people to stay the F away from AMC back in 2021, back when the ape influencers were telling everyone to buy it. Correct. And he's rightfully so. Yep. I see. Wow. Put in that work. What we doing tonight, Brain? Trying to take over the world, Pinky. Appreciate you, Marantz. FAMC. What's up, guys? Yeah, I'm new with Marantz. Oh, Baxter, you're new. Cool. You're going to learn a lot if you pay attention, and then you'll understand why. First thing you should do is buy the book. It's called Connect the Dots right here. I'm not trying to sell you something you shouldn't buy. What I'm telling people that order the book, when people order the book every day, I have a sell every day. It's great. They're doing great on it. The book will explain exactly what's happening to America and why GameStop's going to win, why GameStop is winning, called Connect the Dots. There's nothing in this book that is not in the videos. So you don't have to buy the book. You could just watch all the videos. This is an accelerated way of learning what we're talking about. That's why the book is there. It's $15. Do your best. But there you go. All proceeds go to GameStop. Period. If you know what it is. If you weren't out of AMC by July, August 2021, then you missed the writing on the wall. Marantz saved me from Mullen. Mullen Automotive. That's another one I called out. I went to AMC IMX Elvis Epic Show last night. It was changed to automated ticket sales. Had 3 people working concessions. It felt like a company going bankrupt. AMC is going bankrupt for sure. Yeah, without a doubt. Marantz is a brain machine. I don't know what that means, but I got you, Patrick. I just might be. All right, guys. So let me go over some things with you that I have. I have some notes here. Things that I jot down. You know, I take my lunch break for 1 hour a day. What do I do for the whole hour? Brainstorm for you. What we have coming, what we don't. You know, I had posted, I don't know if you guys saw what I posted in the Discord today. I showed a stock that was going up, which was GameStop warrants, and a stock that was going down, which was GameStop stock, which is not possible, by the way. Your stock can't go down with your warrants going up. It's just not. It doesn't make sense. The hedge isn't there. They don't hedge each other. They hold it. They go up together. They run together. So the fact that was happening, and then GameStop battled back and had a green day, that should be awesome for everyone. But that's what I was going through today. In addition to that, you know what I noticed? I don't know if you guys have this on your feed, but Supermicro Computers is advertising on Twitter. Why would they advertise at all on Twitter? What customers are you getting? other than being powered and bought and paid for by NVIDIA. And NVIDIA is telling me a lot right now. NVIDIA increased their percentage of ownership on their portfolio for Intel over, not CoreWeave, but ARM Holdings. They got rid of all their ARM holdings as of last night. All their ARM Holdings investments are gone, completed, out. Gone completely. And they doubled down on Intel. So if you don't know, they partnered up with Intel. So to go ahead and pump their own stock with the capex they're doing, this is like insider trading 101, but we'll leave it where it's at. Cool, I like this group. Well, good luck to you, Baxter. It's going to take a lot of patience. It's going to take a lot of awareness on how to react and communicate with us as a whole, because we're just built a little different. When it comes to my issues with supermicrocomputers, it's the whole CFO, not hiring a CFO and doing related parties. You understand the families have just relationships with each other. They're only doing investments with each other, and they're not hiring people. So it's not looking good for them. That's just me personally. We could also go on the Dr. Michael Burry front. Guys, the guy is a madman. Allegedly, he's sick in bed. That's what he's telling me. He's sick in bed. So if you guys remember Rich from last week, I did an interview with a guy named Rich last week, and Rich went ahead and wrote to him and told him everything I just told you last night. Where he said, "Hey man, you don't have to prove yourself. Like, let it all fall down." And he wrote back to him. He said, "Hey man, I'm sick in bed, so I'm just saying what comes to my head." I'm just like, okay, Michael, you gotta let it go, bro. You don't have to prove yourself to us. We know GameStop's the best investment for the next 50 years. Heard it from him. Period. GameStop is the best. Think about this, guys. It is the best investment for the next 50 years. Now, people are going to try to make money every which way because their pockets itch, and they don't have the ability to do what Ryan Cohen does with funds, where he gets to sit back and he gets to control them themselves. They're all hedge fund bros. Everyone on this damn app, everyone in America, everyone's trying to make a profit because people are so used to getting paid every 2 weeks. People are so used to investing money and getting it back now. What am I going to get? What am I up? Somebody says, how long have you been investing? I've been investing for 5 years into GameStop. Cool. How much money have you made? Whatever the account's worth is what you have. Is it going to go up in value? You're damn right it's going to go up in value. When? Who knows? Who knows? But I'll tell you what. They want you to sell, and they want you to give up, and they want you to walk away. And everyone that has never got this price action, never got the cost average down to where they should have been. I trip out on people that are in $30 cost average. How are you in the 30s? We haven't been at 30s in 18 months. We've been there 3 times. Like, you have to literally not buy shares to be there. Buy. Well, that's what I do. I average down every day. I cost average in, go through it. I bought $10 today. You know what that felt like? It felt great. That's all I had. $10. Okay. I'm not going to miss it. I'm not going to eat either. I'm not going to miss it. And then you know what happens? 10 years from now, that $10 is going to be a $100 bill. And I know it. When I put in $30,000 in October, $30,000 is going to be $300,000. An easy fix. Am I going to pull it out? No. I'm just going to sit there. You guys will never see me sell one chunk lump sum that's like, oh my God, Marantz just took out, he sold 1,000 shares today. What for? I don't need it. If I needed the money, we'd have a whole different conversation. I don't need it. So when the stock, listen to me, okay? You don't have to believe me. But when the stock's $1,000 a share, yes, I know it's 23 today. I get that. When it's $1,000 a share, I get to call up people and I get to say, hey guys, how rich are you? I met someone today and it was a small flex. Says to me, hey man, got this house. I own it free and clear. When he says stuff like that, it already rings true to me where I'm like, okay, he's just trying to tell me he owns the house clearly. Like, he's worth this much money. Okay, I got that part. And he says, hey, let's connect. Okay, let's connect. Business, professionally. Cool, let's connect. Here's my email address. And then he proceeds to give me the email address, and it's such and such at pacbell.net. You know I know what that means. If you don't know what that means in the world of investing, if you have an old school Pac Bell account, and your email's still valid and it works, and let me tell you, this dude's loaded, right? If you're still operating with a packbell.net, you're loaded. I know. You guys ever watch Pursuit of Happiness? Pursuit of Happiness. Will Smith and his son, and they're in a bathroom and they're sleeping on the floor, and Will Smith is trying to make it, man. That movie makes me cry every time I watch it. I don't care how many times I watched it. It makes me cry every time because I'm so convinced that that's me. Yeah. The struggles, the pain, all it ever takes to be successful, and you keep grinding. Even when it comes in and the floodgates open, and it doesn't matter. You still grind, you still push, you still have a story to tell. But he's selling insurance, he's selling programs, he's selling whatever he can to Pac Bell. They built the damn stadium. They're sponsors to everything. They're millionaires. Guess what? That's the character that Will Smith was playing. It's a true story. So when you meet a Pac Bell guy, you know who it is. Just like when you meet a PayPal Mafia. And they go, hey, PayPal Mafia, Peter Thiel, Elon Musk. These guys are originals. They're grandfathered in. They did it in the 2000s. They invented something, and it was instant. PayPal has a new CEO. They just hired last week. Just announced it. PayPal lost all their value. They're down to $40 a share. They were once $100 a share. Just 2 years ago, a year ago. Lost 60% of their market cap. And you're going to tell me that's up and coming. Revolutionary. I should invest. Or we have this identity. The identity is PayPal dudes, Pac Bell dudes. Everybody you meet has a story, has a name. And what's your name? Hey, my name on the internet is called Tesla Guy. How long your name been Tesla Guy? I don't know, for 10 years. You know what that means? This dude was in Tesla during the squeeze. Hey, this dude's a baller. Right? What's your name? My name's AMC Gorilla. Oh, this guy's broke. Holy shit. What's your name? My name's DK Butterfly, Macho Man. Yeah, that guy's broke. Those guys all lost it. I get to tell you who you are based off of the identity you carry. So remember me. Remember me when you're sitting there going, Ryan Cohen, GameStop, can't stop, won't stop, Team 51. You eat, sleep, and breathe it. There's an identity crisis out here. I went to a dinner 2 nights ago with some good investors, part of the show, part of Team 51. You guys know them, Jay and Frank. I go to dinner with them. We're hanging out. We're talking. End of the whole dinner, I go like this. I undo my shirt, and I show them. I show them my GameStop shirt. They looked at me, and I said, that's damn right. I wear my shirt underneath all the dress clothes you see, everything. I wear this shirt under me like a coat of arms. So when shit goes down, I rip off my shirt. I save a child. I save a lady from a burning building. I do something. Guess what you're going to see? You're going to see GameStop on the front and Marantz Rantz on the back. Everything I do when I rip my shirt off. Every time. Got to be that walking billboard for what you do, guys. You got to be proud of what you are. Proud of what you invest in. You ever talk about your profession to people? They'll never know who you are and what you do until you tell them. And then everybody wants a guy. Hey, you got an electrician? You got a plumber? You got a pool guy? You got a gardener? Yeah, I got a guy. You know, hey, you got an you know an investor? Yeah, I know a guy. Yeah, can he educate you? Yeah, man, you guys should watch. What's your favorite thing to watch on YouTube? Well, I got a YouTuber you got to watch. I got a book you need to read. I got an investment you need to study up on. Wow. Don't have to take the best words I ever heard on Reading Rainbow. Right there on the reading. But you don't have to take my words for it. You know? How come I can never find GameStop shirts? You know what's coming, Brad? Chris B. Cards. You know what's coming? First off, GameStop got rid of their shirts. They don't have those shirts anymore, which is fine. It's cool. Yeah, I don't like GameStop selling shirts. To believe me or not, I don't like them selling shirts, and there's a whole reason for it. And I told you what it was, guys. There's no margin. It's tough on size and color, and they stay on inventory longer than they should. I've been doing retail so long that I learned this about towels, shirts, shorts. I see all the money being lost in apparel. It's very tough to make a profit in apparel. That's when people say they want to open up a business and they say, hey, it's this. Whoa, 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 whoa. If it's clothing, it's going to be really tough. Your quality has to be top notch, and then you can't do the order until you get the sale. You can't just buy in bulk and then hope it all sells off. Doesn't work. You're going to be sitting there with inventory left and right. But I will say this, GameStop's new hats, you guys see them? GameStop has new hats. And I'm a firm believer these are the top end hats that if people were to buy them, it's an identity. It's like a holy shit, you got a GameStop hat. It is so real. I showed it in the Discord. It's an all black hat. They could sell those bitches for $30 and people are going to buy them. The margin's going to be in there. And we should have a legit hat rack. We should, because I'll buy them all. Now they're collector's items. They don't sell them anymore. Don't worry, I got a shit ton for free. I hand them out. I guess I should have bought the hoodie I saw. Always buy the hoodie. I always buy 2X hoodies because I'm going to fit them, bro. I'm going to get into them. I want one of the hats you posted on the Discord. Got to keep an eye out for that one in the store. It's brand new. It's coming. Those hats are coming. Everybody's talking about them because the person who posted it said, I know I'm going to get banned for this or I'm going to get in big trouble because obviously it's merchandise that hasn't been released yet. But it was high-end hats that are coming our way at GameStop. And I'm very excited for them because I know I'm going to go buy them. And that's that. I'm going to buy them. And that's that. I really am. Let me see if I have a picture of it. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to go get it right now. I know I have a picture somewhere. I posted it this morning or yesterday. One of the two. Did I post it, guys? There it is. There it is. The brand new hat. That is the brand new GameStop hat. Quality, black on black. I'll take it every day of the week. Take it every day of the week. And it's brand new, coming out very soon is what everyone's announcing. Through the bat channels, you know, I got a little bit of hookups on there. All right, let's get to the good stuff. Let's go get it. Let's go check this out. And forgive me if there's stuff you guys want to ask in the chat. Type it up, and we're gonna talk it out. Those hats are fire. Embroidered letters, nice. Yeah, I'm sure everyone will be buying them, bro. I'm sure they will. There you go. All black logo is great, so sleek. Yeah, I mean you can wear it with anything. You guys know, like, have you ever seen those dudes who have like these hats of like products and placement, and then you're like, oh man, you know about that? That's so cool. Like it says something. And I think a GameStop hat like that would say something. And be like, hey, I'm an investor. You don't even know what it is. Like, wouldn't you wear? Yeah, that's true too, the Dark MAGA hats. But you would wear that hat. You would wear a GameStop hat like that. And it looks like it's made for adults. Not kids, not video games. It is just straight fire. And I'd wear it even if it was, you know, with red letters and black or whatever. I'm wearing it, period. But that's just it. It's just a nice looking hat. So when you guys see them, if they're in your stores, buy them. Okay. Now, let's talk this out. This is GameStop. I know Bitcoin's down 63,000, down another 1,000 right now. I'm working out the way it is. But GameStop's doing what we said it was going to do on the weekly chart. But let's go ahead and get down to the daily. So this is a daily chart for GameStop right here. Completely sideways, okay? As it pushed out, it gapped down off of the earnings 2 times ago. Last earnings pumped up, then just to get sucked back down into the next earnings, went sideways. We're at a higher level right now. Here's the time. Now here's your time to wine and dine. We're going to come out with a number that's so bullish, and whether or not Wall Street wants to agree with us or not, I anticipate us going sideways still, right? But for how long? How long do you draw this out that you call it yours? You say, you know what? This is where I'm at. This is how I'm going to get there. So I'm going to show you guys something. So we know where we're coming from. We're coming from way down here on a weekly, but on the daily, it's a little bit different. On the daily, the angle changed. It goes from here to about here. So at this moment, this is your daily average of where you're headed. And you can extend it a little bit further, which is fine. But it looks like that 19 93 all the way to 1999 was the low. A little bit below 20%, $20. Ryan Cohen bought in, so I'm sure he understands where we're headed. Now, we want to run through all these lines, and you want to run through the ones that run through it the most. Okay? Something I've learned about people is whichever one runs through the most all at the same time, this seems to be your roof right here. So you'll see it was our previous, I moved that. I didn't mean to move that. Sorry, guys. So it was our previous high right there. High, high, broke past it, settled underneath it. So that was a high. And that was all last year, by the way. High, high here, a breakthrough and a breakdown. Straight right back down. But that was your high the previous day. So this seems to be the trend and the line you go off of on the daily. Looks like we're coming out. The part that no one's talking about right now is this is what they're not talking about right now. They're not talking about, I'm going to do a drawing tool. Now I'm going to draw this right here. This is your W. Right here. So you have your W. Now here's the leg out, the handle, and you can break right on out. So a lot of people know that this W is basically a double top of what that trend line is. We went and touched it. We came back down, a little bit of a pump, and go and touch it again. We know that that's our level of resistance. So you have to have consolidation somewhere in here. Once you have that consolidation, you then have the breaking point because the water's rising. You have that capitulation point. Now, does that mean volume comes racing in? Does it mean OPEC's data ties up with it? I mean days to cover changes? I mean all that bullshit people want to talk to you about? I don't care. I don't care about FTDs. I don't care about STDs. I just work with me and penicillin. That's the way I roll. Well, right now my penicillin is going to be GameStop's earnings, the fundamentals of it, the actual factuals, and GameStop's going to run up and to the right. It's always been the case. But what are we testing? We're testing new water. When I go up here and I look at us breaking out to previous highs where we were before, the first test is going to be right here at 48, aka 50, aka Ferrari, the F50. The horizontal line is actual previously highs this time and this time. So we've had two different times where this was the high, a third time the high. Now do we go test it and try to break past it? Yes. We then move the line up, and now our new test where we had it three times as well, right here at 63. So you're on a clean break to 48, then back to 60, then all the way up here where we tested before, the real breaking point of 85. Now, these are all things we're going to test. This is all going to happen within the next year or two. Does it happen now? Possibly. What I'd love to see it for everybody. True test. But if we break out of this wedge, just know that you're supposed to be off and gone on a trend line that's touching 120, that tested out at 60 plus, and now you're here. So the idea is we're going to get in this area, test this top line, and if we break out, it's a clean break to 120. That's the idea. Does it go up above that? Absolutely. You would think that the flagpole is going to match. The original flagpole that started here, way down here on this weekly chart, we go to the monthly. Now when we look at monthly, I want you to see what we all see. The monthly chart has a flagpole right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You come up here, you have a breakout from here. You're looking at a flagpole of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Top being 1100, bottom being 680. So do I see that for GameStop? I absolutely do. I see it going from 680 to 1100 a share, and no one could ever imagine it. One, what you guys haven't factored in is the Ryan Cohen effect. Two, what you haven't factored in is FOMO and the suppression of this market. But everyone has to go long. The shorts have to go long. FOMO's going long. Everyone in America is going to come running to a company that has $9 billion cash, all the optionality in the world, profits, and they're not hindered by private equity. Once you're an educated investor, you see all of that. But the true spark, you have this ability, guys. Right now, you and I are fighting for $40, for $60, for $80. The math tells us we're going to get there anyway. Just battle of attrition. We're going to get there the next 2 to 3 years. You're going to get to the 80 to 120. Got it. Okay, good. Now, when we get there, what do we do? What are we going to break? Let's break some shit. Because what's going to happen at the $120 range, the levies are open. Everybody's getting flooded. This market can't hold GameStop at that level. You're going to need to offset it with collateral. Gold might be at 6,000. Bitcoin might be at 200,000. And the Mag 7 and everyone else is going to be crumbling because if this market can't hit 8,000, it can't hold GameStop down. GameStop fundamentals is going to beat out the market. Oh, no. It's fairy tales, Marantz. You believe in it? You know what I believe in? I believe in the fact that I've seen this market go all the way up and to the right and GameStop just stay flat the whole way. No other stock does that. And the reason why I don't understand the S&P to have any effect on GameStop, because GameStop's not in the S&P. The only way you could hedge it with the S&P is if it is hedged. But when you get in there, they can't hedge it with themselves. Remember who you are. Remember what you're fighting for. Because GameStop is insulated, GameStop is prepared, and GameStop is set up to do exactly what I'm telling you to do. They're going to get into that S&P 500 at $40, $45, executional warrants, funny financing, whatever they want to call it. But it's going to be the greatest story never told. Because Wall Street's not going to talk about it. Mainstream media is not going to talk about it until when? Until you win. GameStop. Always and always. I'm going to see you around, millionaires. I got to get going. I got WoW to play. I got dinner to eat. And you just might like me. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. I'm going to see you around, millionaires. Peace.
All this static again. Price don't move, just bends. Same chart, same doubt. Same noise I tuned out. I've got tabs full of notes and no one to show. Just sitting in my space, watching candles glow. Hold mode. Am I stuck in hold mode? Did I blink and miss the road? Am I just in hold mode? It's that friction burn drag. They call it just a lag, but the tape feels fake and the faith feels jagged. Try to chase the thread, just led to more decay. Had to learn to sit while they stall the day. Hold mode. Am I stuck in hold mode? Was it truth I thought I owed? Or am I just in hold mode? Oh, and when it's taking this long, when it's taking this long, you start to wonder what went wrong. Hold mode. Am I still in hold mode? Did I wait too long to know? Am I fading in hold mode? Hold mode. Where does all the patience go?